Please take extra care whilst on the station. Surfaces may be slippery.
When I go to the train station now, I get panicky, I get a little bit frightened. I get on a train and am I on the right carriage? Am I on the right train? Am I going the right way? For some bizarre reason, I was trying to get off the train while it was still going. Feels as though everything's closing in on me. It's that type of fear that people would generally feel from the mob.
The next stop will be New Islington.
And the other problem I have is the noise, lots of people chattering and talking away. It all just comes in like a cacophony of noise. It just barges into my head. Alex Pandolfo is the person that you're perceiving at any given amount of time. So I've always been a bit of a free spirit and a traveller. I loved listening to music, I loved reading, really outward going, and that was me, confident person. I always considered myself to be a working class lad. When I was about 21, I became a shop steward on the buses. I did all the trade union courses, and then I won a scholarship to Oxford, a 2-year scholarship. But I didn't like teachers. It was a massive problem. I didn't like teachers. But working on the Access course, it was great, because people would come along and say things to me like, I failed the education system, and I want a second go at putting that right. I became aware originally that I had, and I'm going to say memory problem or attention problem, because I was reading people's dissertations or people's action research, etc. And it wasn't making sense. Now, that's not necessarily my fault, because sometimes it's just garbage that you give them. But when you've got a piece of work that is clearly not plagiarism and it's structured well, and I can't follow it, then that's my problem. And I think it was May the 15th, 2015, I was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. What I've always tried to do is have a positive mind about it. Now, I don't get the same pleasure from things that I always have done, because I can't do them. I can't write an article, I can't conduct research, I can't go walking in the mountains, I can't read a map. So there's lots and lots of things that I can't do. I can sit at a football match, but I do have problems watching the game. And I could be looking down there thinking, where the hell's the ball and where are the players? And oh, that's because they're up here. And it's the emotional thing. I just, that kind of buzz and that excitement and that explosion, that seems to be vanishing. I wake up in the middle of the night and I don't know who I am or where I am. And I'm in still fairly early stages. I get to the toilet bursting for a wee. I'm sorry, this is too much information. And I can't figure out what I do next. I get down the street and I feel as though everybody's looking at me and coming at me, and then things disappear and it becomes a blur. Losing my temper with people when I shouldn't. Not that they've not done something that would rack most people up, but something that would have laughed off many years ago. I lose my temper.
When you look to the mirror, what do you see, Alex?
Wasted time, energy, and not long to go now. And my dad.
Alzheimer's is a dreadful condition that, contrary to popular belief, doesn't affect your memory. It's a whole processing, it's a cognitive processing thing. And a lot will change. I've watched my father tortured by it. He lost all sense of identity, friendship, value, and became an extremely vulgar, violent man, which he wasn't. He would cry regularly, and that would be, he'd become incontinent. And every time he made a mess of himself, he would cry. Now, that's a man that knows what's going on, and that is a question of dignity. The other time he would cry is we had to shower him, because he couldn't work out how to shower. And when he was cleaning intimate parts of his body, he had to sit there. I love my father more than I can express. And I should be able to celebrate lots of happy memories. But when I close my eyes, all I can see is this man that was caught in his body. And his eyes would desperately say, do something. And I would have done. I would have taken his life and gone to prison if I could have been confident in the way that I'd have took his life. I believe that every individual should have the right to make a choice to end their life at a time that they consider the quality of life is no longer sufficient. And I always say this when I go out and talk about the right to die with dignity. It's not about life and death. The campaign is about opposing discrimination, and it's about choice. If I have a massive heart attack now, I've got an order out that says do not resuscitate, and they've got to abide by that. If the courts believe that you have no quality of life, they can rule that you die. Yet I cannot choose. I cannot make that choice. I don't want to suffer. I don't want to do this. It's the same outcome. I want to die. I know that I'm going to have a long, projected, I shouldn't use both words there, I'm going to have a projected life of suffering, of misery, of abuse and upsetting others if I let it go its course. That is what's going to happen. All I want is assistance with the process that's already taking place in a peaceful and dignified way, which Erica provides at Life Circle in Switzerland. I didn't have the option to go to Switzerland, and I only had the option of facing my Alzheimer's. I would do my best to buy as many illegal drugs as I possibly could and hope that my suicide was successful, because if it's not successful, I'll end up sectioned and in a worse place than I am now. But my biggest fear, it's not death. I've never been frightened of death. It's the only thing that's inevitable in your life. That and taxes, I think it was it Caesar that said that? So no, death's just a natural part. So I never feared death, but what I do fear more than anything is losing capacity, not being able to go to Switzerland, and being subject to the tortures that people call dementia.
D and K for delicious hot and cold refreshments. Read glossies weekly.
The night before I die, I've not given it a great deal of thought in terms of what will I do, because I don't know who's going to be there, don't know how I'm going to be, and I don't know how I'm going to react. That's something else. But perfection for me would be just sat around in a hotel room somewhere with close friends, music, and lots of Mancunian jokes about death.